But it wasn't toys dominating the holiday season. With the economy in recession, one place where Americans aren't cutting back, video games. Instead of a hot toy like Tickle Me Elmo under the tree, Santa delivered a slew of video games this Christmas. And get this, through November, video game sales are up 22% over 2007. And one of the hottest game consoles out there, still, Nintendo's groundbreaking Wii. The Japanese game maker's motion-sensitive remote has made playing video games extremely intuitive, so much so the U.S. military has taken notice. Chris Lawrence is looking at the possibility of developing the controller for combat. Chris?
Joe, Carol, so many young soldiers grow up using these controllers, so the learning curve is so fast.
A gun in one hand and a Wii in the other. It's one possible image of the 21st century soldier. Engineers are modifying the video game's remote to move military robots.
It's his natural hand-eye coordination. He's not looking at the keyboard or typing and getting the motions from typing.
The Army uses robots to dismantle explosives and keep soldiers at a safe distance. But the controllers are big, bulky, and the operator has to focus on 40 or 50 buttons. That's a potentially deadly distraction during battle. The Wiimote would use an infrared beam to instantly match a soldier's motions with the robot's movement. Potentially, it's small and light enough that the infantry could use it to, say, send robots into a building ahead of troops. But the Wii's greatest benefit could be its biggest drawback. The same way gamers accidentally throw controllers into their TVs, engineers have to account for a soldier's natural body twitches. So the goal
is to make sure you're not having misguided, unintentional movements of the body make those changes in the robot and have the robot act chaotically because it's sensing that it's being moved when the soldier really has no intention of moving it.
Bob Quinn works for the company that's helping integrate the Wii. He says developers still have to extend the range of the controller and make sure its signal can't be hacked.
And allow for the soldier to be able to make those movements without the enemy bringing out their own controllers and taking over control of the robot.
The company tells me it can turn the prototype into a working unit within a year. The Pentagon doesn't move quite that fast. The Army has to test it, allocate the money, so it'll probably be at least 3 years before it's available to soldiers.